everyone. My name is Alex, and today we have wonderful guest.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, today we have Darius Staff, and we will talk about life in Spain, in the USA, and I'm sure that for me personally will be interesting to know and to understand what how looks life in Spain, what people do, how people live, maybe some traditions, something like this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alex, for inviting. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm sure we have so many interesting subjects to discuss. So let's get started.
Yeah, and I will be happy if you will leave your questions because my first question, why Spain? like, it may be logical, because you love Spain, but anyway, your perspective, why Spain?
Okay, like I really love Spain and I have some local friends there, and during like the current world situation it's much better to move somewhere where you know people that you can trust and you can rely on,
Yeah.
especially with these sanctions and banking issues. Like for example, I cannot buy plane tickets myself because a
Yeah.
code, like a special SMS code from my bank, I can't receive it from Georgian bank. So it
Hmm.
feels good to be next to the friend who can buy it to me and I can send them money and give in cash. Like it just feels better. And I have two local friends there, and in the beginning, like okay, like a small background, after what what started the war started, I moved to Turkey. I lived six
Hmm.
months in Turkey, then I moved to Dubai. I lived a month and a half there. Then I moved to Georgia, and my
Yeah.
friend with whom we've been moving from place to place, she decided to return back to Russia. And I wasn't able to afford one bedroom apartment for not $1,000 in
Yeah.
Georgia. You know, it looks so it just doesn't worth it. Like I can understand if this price gonna be in Europe, but it was
Yeah.
in Georgia. So yeah, not so good. That's why I was trying to find where I should go. And one of my Spanish friends invited me. She's like, okay, just take visa and you can live with me at least 3 months with tourist visa. So I'm like, okay, sounds great. And then I'm working for Ukrainian charity, Let's Shake Hands.
Wow. Cool. Yeah.
And the owner of this startup, it's my mom's friend, and she knew
Hmm.
the situation where I'm right now, and that since I work for Ukrainian project, it's unsafe for me to be in Russia. She offered me
Yeah.
to stay in her apartment in Barcelona for free. So
Wow, I'm so happy for you that you have this opportunity because I know a lot of people have desire, wish like because everything what is happening right now, they want to move from Russia, but they don't have this opportunity. I feel that I'm lucky, you're lucky in some way, and that's incredibly cool because for me, we talked before that for me as for a person who is from far east of Russia, Spain it's something exotic, sound even sounds like exotic, it's something expensive, and especially when you hear this word Barcelona and stuff like this, and I'm like, wow, wow, it's cool. And did you visit there maybe some already places which you love? Like
yeah, I actually, it's my oh my god, someone is shooting there. I don't know, like,
shooting?
but this is Spain. It's possible. It's possible to be here.
What do
I
you
wouldn't be
mean?
surprised. But I actually have been in Spain twice before. I've been in Barcelona like 6 years ago, and then 4 years ago I've been in Madrid, and I also visited two nearby towns, Salamanca and
Yeah,
Toledo. I was visiting my one of my friends, and I was living with her Spanish family. It was super interesting experience, like to to get the inside of a
yeah,
really typical family. It was cool, and that was my first time. And I've been already like I visited Ibiza, I visited the north of Spain, so it was quite good experience here.
yeah,
And
it's
what
cool.
are the nation? Oh my God, Sam, thank you so much.
I'm shocked. And
I
he's
told
asking,
myself.
how old are you? Thank you, Sam Smith Q, a lot. You're supporting my English world, this channel a lot. And thank you for all your greetings and congratulations because I have birthday and I appreciate your support. I see your messages. You're the best. Yes. And
Yeah.
how old are you? People asking.
What do you think?
I think you said before that you thought that I'm younger than you.
Yeah.
Like I'm 31, but if you thought that I'm 21, I will
Mhm.
try to use logic. Maybe you're 22,
Well, I'm 24. I will be turning
24.
25 in a few months.
Wow, it's cool. It's nice because, and yes, for me, it's interesting example how you celebrate your birthday usually. Like,
So I'm that person who gets depressed on birthdays. Like 2 years ago, it was nice. I was in my with my friends in Moscow before all this craziness. It was
yeah.
some international. Natasha from Natasha Adventures was also there. Like it was cool. It was nothing so special, but it felt nice. It felt good. And in a few days, I started being a digital nomad and moved to Bosnia and Herzegovina. So it
Yeah.
was the previous birthday, I was in Turkey. I was living in Istanbul. I didn't like living there. It's interesting. It's great to visit, but
Mhm.
personally, I didn't feel comfortable living in Turkey.
Wow.
Um, and that's why I was very sad that I'm not in the place where I want to be. And at that moment, everything felt like all plans are destroying. I was actually applying to masters in Europe, and I didn't go in the end because of sanctions. I was afraid because my
Yeah.
parents they don't have money, so I can rely only on myself. And I
Mm.
didn't get a scholarship or grant, and I was afraid with these sanctions that I wouldn't be able to afford it. So that's why I didn't go, and it felt like quite depressive. But in overall, like I hope next, yeah, I will do some fun. I'm not going to be depressed anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna book some cool experience, some lifetime experience. I'll probably go to some gallery, and I hope I will be living in the place where I want to be. What about you?
I
How do
believe
you
in
celebrate birthday?
you. The most important, you should know that people around you, they believe in you. If even nobody believes in you, believe in yourself. I believe in you. I'm sure about this. And
Thank you so much. It's really nice of you.
I want to tell also that we have crazy Russian Sergey. Hello to
Yes, I
Philippines. If I'm
saw.
correct, he's in Philippines. Yeah, right now.
He's either
And
Philippines or Thailand. I lost
okay.
track a little bit.
Ah, and at first I thought there was donation $50, but it's $500. It's insane.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's what
God.
I'm saying. I was shocked. I'm like, oh my god. It's your birthday present. You should celebrate it well.
Yeah, happy birthday, Alex. $5 from Turkey and South Bear, $25. Thank you a lot. And you asked question about what? Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, what about you? How do you celebrate birthdays?
I don't celebrate usually. Like
Hmm.
usually I don't celebrate because
Yeah.
I'm introvert. I don't like celebrations like a little show myself. Like I
Mhm.
usually prefer to close in my apartment and to watch Netflix and eat something sweet. But because I started to go
Mhm.
to the gym, I'm eating a lot of sweets and as a result, like oh my gosh, like it will be controversial. Anyway, yes, yeah.
But I mean, you can just invite your friends and chill with Netflix like for your birthday. It can be also fun.
Today, I know that my friends with the family which I'm living right now with Heather and Steven, they gave me apartment place where I can live, and I'm so grateful for support which I have right now. At this moment, I have they prepared some surprise for me. I decided to charge my GoPro, and I will go like maybe I will do some video about this surprise, or maybe I don't know what to expect, and that's why like. But personally, I never was celebrating, and for me, it's interesting to know about Spain more. Maybe you
Mhm.
found there like some traditions like which you like more, or maybe some differences between Russian culture. Yeah,
I think there are so many differences between Spanish and Russians. Like, first of
yeah,
all, you should understand that for Russians, Spanish might be too much sometimes because they're very touchy, they're very emotional. They come, they
Yeah.
immediately kiss you in the cheeks. Even for example, I came to Madrid to my friends, and they're her
Yeah.
parents, father and mother, and they kiss me too, and the father as well. And you know that in Russia you can't imagine kissing in cheeks the father of your friend. Like it's not normal for us. It's not culture. I was shocked a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, all right. If it's okay, sure. So,
And
uh,
it's like hospitality. Like they're
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They're super hospitable, but you need like that touch. They're gonna touch you. They're gonna kiss you. I think
Yeah.
they're also loud. Uh, and personally, I like it because I kind of feel somewhere inside of me like Russian Latina, so I feel comfortable. I have many friends from the south, so like I like it that they're so open. You know, they will tell you what they think. They're not going to lie to your face. Like they're quite
Yeah.
direct, similar to Russians. Um, the only thing what also the difference I noticed, they're late. Usually it's not like in Russia when we agreed on time, we usually come in the in this time, or even sometimes earlier. No, here it doesn't work like this. People late,
Wow.
they're usually late, and it's totally normal even without notifying about this. So it's interesting. What else I can say? Okay, I learned it recently. In Russia, when we do toast with some drink,
Yeah,
we
let's
just
do
say,
this
okay,
together. You can learn, teach me.
okay, okay, I'm gonna
I
teach you
have
right now.
PhD with milk, but anyway.
So we say toast, and then
So,
you put this. You do like this to the. For if you have to touch the table.
yeah.
If you touch, it means okay. So you will have sex. But if
What?
you do this around the table, it you will get orgasm. And that's what every young person does. And I'm like, and if I'm not doing it, they're like, we're sorry for you. You will not be like. I'm like, okay. Uh,
Yeah,
it's like
it's
it's a bit awkward to me even say this on camera, but I think it's very it's a good example of how our cultures are different, because I think in USA you also can't imagine this, but here
yeah.
a lot of traditions they're kind of connected to sex somehow. I'm like, interesting.
It's important to know what you are doing, like even when you're drinking, like to be under control. Yes, it's
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like overall, it's interesting. There is also siesta, and I
yeah,
think around the world in USA and Russia, they might think that Spanish are lazy,
yeah,
but here I learned that okay, it's not just for resting, but because of life work balance. Because people don't work
yeah.
here more than 8 hours. They work during the first part of the day, then
Hmm.
they leave for 2 3 hours to home, and then they come in the evenings. So that's how they keep work life balance. It's not like in Russia and USA with overworking. Here it's like no
Um,
more than 8 hours. As Spanish people say, we work to live, not live to work.
I
So
don't
it's also
know
very
yet about, to be honest, countries a lot because personally I have experience. I don't have a huge experience of work. I never worked like in other countries officially. I don't know how. I've heard that in China they're working a lot. They this in South Korea, sorry, South Korea, because I was in South Korea. They're working a lot there, and culture of work in Japan. That's what
yeah,
I've heard. Like they kind of it is in culture. It's something that like
yeah,
yeah. That's
yeah. I
about
think
America. I don't know to be honest a lot. This thing.
from what I heard in the USA, they just usually have 2 weeks holidays per year, and it's also culture of
Yeah.
working a lot, because in Spain they kind of laugh on Americans that
Mhm.
they eat by walking. Because in Italy and Spain, you have to sit, you have to enjoy your lunch, to take a drink, of course, a drink.
That's why you love Spain. That's why you just
I
because
do
you want to be a
enjoy.
little bit lazy. Like I like and enjoy life. Yes, of course. It's not
Well,
about like
Alex, I
it's
have three
perspective.
jobs,
Yeah.
so I
Three.
have three jobs.
Wow. You're not
So
lazy.
it's
So me, if
I'm
I'm
different.
lazy in front of
Yeah,
you, like
maybe you are.
I have
Yeah, like
zero jobs right now. I mean, I don't have permission. Like I'm trying to do everything officially, and that's why it's like yeah. and I'm doing everything official. Like that's why like I don't have this permission for job. But anyway, it's cool. 3 jobs. It is wonderful,
That's how I can like more or less afford living. Even though the
Yeah.
apartment is free, I'm saving up for my masters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I work a lot. So I think on opposite, I'm very different from Spanish. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I'm different because I work for them. I work too much.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of like, I want to learn more about this
Um,
kind of easiness of life.
but what about language? About Spanish?
Ah,
It is interesting.
okay,
Yeah.
so I live in Catalonia. In
Yeah.
Barcelona is the capital of Catalonia. They have Catalan language, which is
Hmm.
different from Spanish.
Yeah.
I barely understand Catalan, but I did study Spanish a few years ago. So I a little bit understand when I'm not tired, I can
Hmm.
understand, speak problematically, but understand,
Hmm.
yeah, I can understand. If I'm tired, I will not be able to understand anything. But yeah, it's people in Barcelona in museums and etc. They do speak English.
Hmm.
In some bakeries, I learned Spanish. I learned the phrases that I need. So they don't speak in the shops. They don't really speak
To
English.
be honest,
But
why? Because Spanish is very popular in America too,
mhm,
and that's why like dozens, millions of people talking in Spanish here, and that's why like wow, it's cool. Maybe one day I'm not ready to study another language because it requires a lot of efforts, energy. Like you need time for this, and maybe one day we'll try to understand a little more about Spanish too. At this moment, I know so only few words. Hola, buenos dias. That's all. Yes.
at least it's something. It's
Yeah.
it's something to start with. But as I mentioned, as I shared with you some interesting facts about living in
Yeah.
Spain, can you share
Hmm.
with me some
Yeah.
interesting facts about USA? Because I never been to America.
Um, about America, because at this moment I live in Houston already, like m- one 6 months. For this
Mhm.
time, like after Russia, this hospitality and people when when they meet you first time, they not like they're polite and they're always smiling, like it's in culture when people polite and smiling to each other. And for me was at first it is kind of I don't know, because I am usually like a typical Russian. I'm not smiling so often. I'm
Mhm.
pretty, but some people were telling me like, Alex, you was before smiling. It was in your character. But anyway, um, this is very noticeable that people smiling to you. They have small talks. Example: when I was walking in park here in Houston, there was a few moments I like was walking, and 3 times I was stopped because I was receiving compliments how good my shoes are. And they're like, "What?" And then it was
Yeah.
from guy. I mean, from just guy. He was just, "Oh, hello, wow, you have wonderful shoes." And they're like, "What?" And in Russian, far east of Russia, they who will tell you like how wonderful your shoes? They will like beat you. I mean,
I think in Moscow it's
yeah,
actually the same. Like we're not that smiley, and you probably wouldn't give compliments. I do sometimes. I'm not a typical Russian because I'm more smiley and
yeah,
more positive, and I do say some compliments to people that I like. For example, if a girl someone goes like and she looks great, I will tell
yeah.
this to her. So I actually feel you in these terms. When I was 14, it was my first time when I came to Europe. I came to London,
Wow. Yeah,
and I've been waiting from grocery to my mom outside, and there was
yeah.
one man. So it's the first time when I came to like Western country from
Hmm.
Russia, and I've been standing and waiting for my mom. And there was some adult, I don't know, like 50 years old man came to me, and he was like, "Hi, how are you today? It's such a nice day, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you." And you know what? The first thing I did, I check
Yeah.
out if he didn't steal my phone The first thing I went to
You
my
you
text.
was not rushing because you was afraid it's something unknown.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
like
suspicious,
for
like
me it wasn't
immediately.
normal.
Yeah,
Some adult man comes to me,
yeah,
and I was 14 years old, and started talking to me, and he touched me like this. He was super friendly, nothing sexual, like not that
yeah,
vibe. He was just friendly. And
yeah,
I'm
cool.
from Russia, but so not used to that
Yeah.
that I was thinking he stole my phone. The first thing I did is check.
And yeah, I can understand this because I'm from Russia too, and I see in chat Idel Artyom. He has a wonderful channel, and hello, Idel. Sorry, I always do mistakes, and he made a new video. This video was about village. Like I watched this video before our live stream. It was very enjoyable to watch this video in perfect quality. I like this. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very cool. And
That's
yeah,
so cool. So that's what surprised you in USA, smiling people. What
yeah.
else? What about life in Houston? How's the difference between Far East and Houston?
Um, Difference in weather. Another like I was living all my life with winter in my heart. What does it mean in say forest of Russia, Siberia? It is a lot of snow. Average like we are counting how much snow we have. Yes, I see that we don't have like good connection of myself. Yeah, but anyway, I hope that it will be better. And yes, winter quite warm here. For me, it was something unusual. Like when you don't have. It's first time when I didn't see snow in my life at winter. Like,
Wow.
and that's why it's
What was the
noticeable.
weather? What was degree?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe 80 Fahrenheit. At winter, it's usually like 30 Fahrenheit, maybe
So,
zero, like in Celsius, it's like plus 10, 7.
okay,
Like,
for winter, that's super good.
yeah, yeah, that's why for me it's something like unusual. Like, wow, like really wow. Yes. And I have question for you also about education. You
Hmm.
decided to go to master degree, like,
Yeah.
and you will what's your profession? You want to improve yourself, like,
Okay. So I studied bachelor in Russia. I studied linguistics, and
yeah,
also I won the possibility for exchange semester to go to study in Austria. I was studying
mhm,
management, so it's
wow,
kind of management slash linguistics, and I hated linguistics. It wasn't me at all. So, and I'm working. I'm a business development manager in a startup,
hmm,
and I really like the idea of startups. I want to create some projects. Like I think I'm a very creative person and entrepreneurial as well. So I plan to study MBA in entrepreneurship. I want
it's
at
cool.
least.
It's cool, and I'm sure that because I'm thinking about why I'm asking this because I'm thinking in future to study in Houston in America too, and I'm like maybe one day, but yeah, at this moment I need to improve at first English because it is.
What would you like to study?
Probably it will be interesting something with videography. Before I thought about American literature, it's one direction. Also, right now I'm thinking because I'm working with YouTube, I need to know how to work with camera, and this will be
Hmm.
useful for YouTube channel for this stuff. That's what I'm thinking about. Yes.
That's so cool. That's
Yeah.
so cool. I hope you'll get it.
Yeah, I
But
hope
yeah,
so.
life in USA sounds super exciting. And do you like Houston?
I love Houston. Houston really enjoyable. Like I visited here already so many places and have plans to visit more because Houston has a lot of cultural mixed culture. Of course,
Mhm.
um, after maybe because I didn't live so long in big cities. I didn't live like Vladivostok. It is not big city compared to Houston. It is
Mhm.
million millions people live here, and that's why here you can find a lot of restaurants, a lot of parks,
Mhm.
museums, and sometimes I'm trying to do videos how I'm visiting to show people my experience or first
Mhm.
time like in this museum, in this park. And that's why, yeah, Houston is incredibly cool, wonderful, really wonderful city
That
for me.
sounds great.
Yeah,
I actually want to take a look at some pictures of Houston. I'm gonna
yeah,
check.
it will be good. My
Like I
recommendation,
watched.
one day for you to visit immediately, like when you have opportunity, money, time, I don't know. Because it is, I know how expensive, I'm lucky, one, how expensive to go to
Mhm.
America. Yes.
Yeah, USA is damn it expensive. Like it's
But it's
incredible.
worth
Like,
it. It's here you can feel, what I understood also, example, when I was walking in parks, I saw that people from different countries, different nationalities,
mhm,
Chinese, Arabic people, also from India, from different countries, and they were talking on their languages, Americans, of course, Mexicans. And I'm like, wow, like, and I just, you can walk and you can, if you will open your eyes, I would say, if you will be in reality, not closed in your headphones,
mhm,
headset, you can just look around and you will be surprised how diverse. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked how diverse, because once I was running and I saw there like I've heard, I was running without a headset and I've heard like different languages like Arabic, Chinese, and I'm like, wow, it is insanely cool. Yes, it's wonderful. I
that's
love it.
amazing.
Yeah. That's why a
Like
lot of people
Houston.
telling, so that's why a lot of people telling that America it is a melting pot. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's why.
Why did you choose Houston?
Because I have here supporters. Because I don't have I have here a place to stay, and that's why um, I don't have permission right now for job, and that's why for I want it's opportunity for me to tell again. As always, I'm grateful, of course, for this support which my supporters giving me, Stephen and Heather, Bill, James, everyone, Nicholas. I have a lot of people who's helping me, and
Wow, that's
yeah,
amazing.
I have place where to stay because I cannot afford for myself to rent apartment. It's truth. And yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
can,
amazing when you move
yeah, yeah.
somewhere and you have some support, some people that you can rely on.
Yeah, it is, without people, I mean, I think it is, it doesn't matter where you are living in Houston or in
Yeah.
Spain, in Barcelona. Like in your situation, I see that you're lucky as me because you have people who gave you place where you can live, and it's
Yeah.
wonderful. That's why people, you can find a lot of amazing people who is having opportunity to help and they're doing this. And that's my experience with American culture, with America, with American people. Like it's kind of a way it's we have similar experience. Yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing. I agree with you. Yeah,
yeah.
I would like to go to USA like one day for sure. It seems like such a great place. I would like to live there maybe sometime.
I want to visit, to be honest, Europe, including
Mhm.
Spain. I don't know when I will do this, when I will have opportunity. I mean, money, time, and everything. And I would try to, of course, to visit. Especially, I know that Spain, it is like. It's a little paradise
It's a
because of
paradise, yeah.
weather, because of people, like hospitality, everything like this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing here. The weather is so enjoyable. It's like sunny in Barcelona almost every single day. But again, Spain is big, so if you go to the north, it's rainy almost every day in the Basque country. I've been there recently and the weather wasn't so well. But in Barcelona, like the weather is amazing. Sunny every day. Nice people. Oh my god, Alex, the food here is damn it excellent. Excellent.
What kind of foods do you know your favorites right now in?
Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever heard about paella?
No, I need to
So
find out.
let me show it to you. Paella. One moment. I will turn on my laptop and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So it's something like this. It's a rice with some
Wow.
fish,
I already
with
want to eat.
calamars, shrimps. This is incredible. It just so good. Like, oh my god, I tried a few times
Yeah,
already here. It just so good. It's like plov
yeah.
with fish. I wouldn't say it's like a plov because there are different spices. For
Hmm.
example, I'm okay to plov, but I'm not a big fan because it's more fatty. While here,
Hmm.
it's way much better for me personally. Even though the plov is also nice, but yeah, paella is so good. It's kind of fish risotto, but they also have their own certain spices and
Yeah.
so good. Also, they have fried calamares and super papa and the rest of Mediterranean food like fish, some lamb. Yesterday. I've been in some very old restaurant which is
Hmm.
more than 100 years, and we
Wow,
tried
it's
some
nice.
lamb, and it just melted in my mouth. And then we tried rice with also lamb, also so good. They also have croquetas. Croquetas.
Is it expensive, like food there or not?
Depends with what you compare.
Mm-hmm.
If you compare with American prices or Dubai prices, it's cheaper. I
Mm-hmm.
feel it's approximately the same like in Moscow. And there are some not expensive places, but like
Yeah.
for one dish, for paella, it's usually $30, $40, but it's minimum for two people.
Yeah, it is. It must
The
be.
dish
It
is
looks
going
like
to be
big
like
plates.
this,
Yeah, yeah,
so it's worth it because it's actually for two people, but for
yeah,
three people will be full. They also have this. It's called croquetas. I don't know.
yeah.
It's not a cutlet. There is kind of mixture with some jamon or meat with
Mm-hmm.
special sauce. I also really like it. For example, for one piece, it's like $1 in the half, maybe even less, $1.20. One piece of
Yeah.
it.
I
So
definitely in future will try. I will need your how it's
I
named,
will do it.
like to
I'm gonna
look how
write
it's
you a list.
named, and I will try that in future. Like I'm sure
I'm
about
a
it.
big fan of Spanish food, and I'm sure they have some Spanish restaurant in Houston. You should check it out.
I know they have this because they have in Houston you can find a huge variety of everything like restaurants, places, fast food,
Hmm.
and not only Mexican. And I want to tell you about a lot of people recommending me to try barbecue in Texas. It is like
Oh yeah.
I tried a little bit and it's so delicious. I need to try this on video because it is meat so sweet. Oh, no, sweet, soft. Meat so
Hmm.
soft, and it is a very cool for me. It was experience, and I need to try this one day. Like my recommendation, if you will go to Houston, try to, of course, barbecue. Of course, if you're vegan, that's you can find a lot of vegan restaurants here, like enormous place. Like that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a vegan, but I heard about this. I have one of my patrons from
Yeah.
Texas, and he was telling me a few times about this barbecue. So when I'm in Texas,
Yeah.
it's going to be the first thing I'm going to do there. Try
Yeah.
local.
It's important. It's important, and also we talked about like differences. Yeah, I want to tell you especially about one region in Houston which I found out about. Like I didn't know about this before. It is Montrose area. There you can find they LGBTQ friendly, and that's kind of like
How is it
surprising.
called? Montrose?
Montrose, Montrose, Montrose. Sorry, my spelling not so good. Montrose,
It's
yes.
alright. Yeah, I see.
And
Okay.
the most important that there you can find a lot of restaurants, a lot of places where you can go relax, and there you can find beautiful parks, and yeah, it's very cool.
Mhm. It looks very beautiful, like on the pictures. Looks super stunning.
Yeah, I was there a few times, and I will go. Example, yes, I will go there in future definitely. Maybe too, I will visit there some restaurants or maybe places. I'm sure about this.
Yeah.
One of the best like places in Houston. Like
Yeah,
really.
you should make vlogs about this on YouTube so we can take a look at your experience.
Maybe, who knows? I will try, but yeah, I will try. I'm trying to started to show these days more often to do videos, even if they don't have so much views, because I'm doing this more for myself also, because
Mhm.
I want to remember these moments. Before
Yeah,
first
right.
month, I was more concerned and thinking about behind, like about my
Mhm.
path. Right now, I'm trying to think more about future, especially after birthday. I mean, I need to think how to create my new life, to start new life. Yeah, that's what life
Yeah,
about. Yes.
yeah, to move like after 30 years living in Russia and then moving
Yeah.
to USA, especially during such difficult circumstances, it's such a big
Yeah.
challenge. I think we all hope that you're gonna succeed with everything.
Thank you. I believe in you, and I'm sure that it is about like it's good to look forward. Like to me,
Yeah,
not to live
yeah.
in the past, because you can find a lot of negative around, a lot of negative, especially when I hear this word Russia, and I ah, already cannot because everything is
Mhm.
something toxic, became toxic
Yeah.
topic. And for me, it's interesting. Maybe can you share with some your plans? Maybe in future you have something interesting in your mind.
I do have plans. First of all, I'm moving in 1 month from Spain. I'm
Yeah.
so sad about this, but yeah, I'm moving. I don't know yet where. I will need to spend 1 month somewhere because later I will come back to Russia for 3 weeks to see my
Wow.
family and to do some unfinished business. And then
Mhm.
I'm going to move out for a long time from Russia. But for this, I'm not ready to announce yet.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
cool. It's cool. We
but yeah.
we will. That's why if you first hear about Dairy Step, you can subscribe on her channel, and there you can find what will happen in future with Dairy Step and with Dairy. And it will be. I subscribed on your channel, and sometimes I'm
Okay.
watching you.
Thank
Also subscribed on Crazy Russian Sergey and Artyom Idol. Yes, because he is here on comments. I see him. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, but I'm still thinking where should I go in July.
Yeah.
It's not. I didn't figure it out. I have ticket back to Turkey because my Spanish visa expires, and I don't want to stay illegally here because they can ban me from Spain. And
Yeah.
I actually plan to return to Spain many times in the future, and maybe to move there one day, because Spain is definitely a place where I would like to live.
I
So
also sorry. I saw you in your story on Instagram. You bought tickets for concerts. Moon.
yes,
Yeah,
Maroon
that's
5 concert.
that's cool. Did you visit already this concert or no?
It's going to be in 2 weeks, and it's one of my most
I
favorite
love.
bands.
Yeah.
I've been listening Maroon 5 since I was teenager, like 10 years old, if not younger. So I love them, and you know that in Russia, usually no bands were coming to Russia, even to Moscow. I'm not saying
Yeah.
anything for Far East. So I all my favorite bands they usually never come there, and now all good tickets were sold out. My seats are going to be horrible, very far away, but it doesn't matter. I really want to go to that concert. But yeah, you see in Spain there is so much live festivals every week.
Yeah.
I was just before our live stream, I decided to do something interesting because I've been
Hmm.
making vlogs like
Yeah.
about my last days, and I went to Marine Museum, and on the way next to the sea there is just a barbecue festival that you
Yeah.
can come. It's going to be for a few days. There are also some of biggest music festivals right now. So many, like so, it's so lovely, lively, like it's
Lovely. Yeah.
amazing. So
And
it definitely a place where I would like to be. It's a little bit sad about that the visa restrictions because I
mhm.
would like to stay here for 1 month longer, but at least I appreciate every moment I had there. And there's going to be another time one day, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be fun. I'm sure because I was here. If we are talking about concerts and about culture stuff like this, here was I made video about Rhodia. Here, huge events you can find in Houston, like huge. I never saw such big stadiums too. And I was on concert of Machine Gun Kelly, Brad Paisley. It's
Mhm.
country music, quite popular guy. And yes, I visited this first time in my life, and it was so exciting. Like really touch American culture in some way. You can, especially I listened to Machine Gun Kelly before, and for me, like it's something like, can you imagine like you're from far east of Russia, from village, little like, and you like there is something like wild world spread, like known around the world, and here like I am visiting this, and it was
Yeah,
an
right.
amazing experience. And maybe one, and I listened Maroon, if I'm correct, how to say it correctly. Yes, I
Maroon
listened his music before, and
5.
maybe one day we'll visit his concert.
Yeah,
Too.
I'm jealous. Like I'm so jealous because Beyonce going to be next week. The ticket costs $500. The
What?
one of the worst tickets. Yeah, Beyonce, darling. Like she now made super expensive tickets. The cheapest were 300
Wow.
bucks. So
Where will be?
it's she Beyonce is going around Europe right now, world tour.
Ah,
And
yeah.
of course, I don't have such money to pay for her concert, and all tickets were all sold out. Next week, I'm gonna walk next to the stadium and just sing next to the stadium. I don't care. It's Beyonce after all.
Yeah, but $500 it is a lot. I mean, wow.
It is a lot, but and they already all sold out. There are no tickets available anymore for Beyonce.
Yeah. Let's look to the chat, what people are talking about. And thank you,
Yeah,
Jennifer Roy, for your donation. And thank you a lot for your support. I appreciate this. And I want to read this. She said, "Hi, Dari from New York. Thank you for sharing, Alex. Happy birthday and happy Pride Month. We are so lucky to have Alex in the USA. Thank you." Yes. Yeah. Um,
have you ever been in the Pride parade?
No, I wasn't, but I have plans to go, and I will try to make a video about my experience because you know Russia kind of have strict rules. So that's why I told you
Kinda.
about
Very
kind of.
nice to say kinda.
I was trying to be polite, just
Yeah.
but it's very terrible. If we will be realistic, a very terrible country for LGBTQ community. You can go to jail for 10 years, 15. Nobody cares about this in Russia.
Well,
But
going to jail is not the worst thing. I mean, you can get killed, especially if you're in
yeah,
Chechnya or in other
yeah.
places.
Yeah, that's truth. And I every time when I'm reading news what is happening in Russia, it's depressing. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's that's why I'm trying to look further to think about my future plans and not about. That's why I want to like to leave Russia somewhere in the past and to look
Yeah, you should.
further and to live like I don't want to live in nostalgia and to think about something like, oh no, it is
Yeah, you
terrible.
have a new life. You're gonna make new
Yeah,
friends. Like it's gonna be fun. And why I asked, I actually been
yeah.
twice in the Pride parade.
You was?
Every time by accident in London in different years. Every time it
Wow.
was so much fun. And like you see, people are so happy. Like no matter your gender, no matter your sexual orientation, nothing. Everybody is just loving and happy.
Wow.
And I don't know, it's like I had such a great mood afterwards, like that people just bring together despite everything. So it was amazing. I really recommend you to visit it.
Yeah, I will definitely go because I have plans to go to Washington in future and
Ah, that's so nice.
there will be, if I'm correct, and in Houston there will be, and that's why I have plans to visit, and I will try my best. I'm not, of course, when I'm looking to videos, I like quality. That's what I like. You're trying to give people some content, like example, thoughts, and that's what I like. Beautiful views. Idle Artyom, he's doing also good videos, and that's like I love to
Mhm.
watch your videos, and maybe I probably will not do like you are doing in my own style, but I
Yeah,
will do video about this. Yeah,
you
definitely.
should. Like we all have different styles and they're all unique and interesting. So for sure you
Yeah,
should do it.
yeah. It's. I will be happy if our subscribers and who's watching us will leave questions because it will be wonderful. Maybe. You have questions for Dari. We will look right now on our chat, and I'm sure that Dari will try to answer. Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
guys, let us know if you have any question about anything like Spain, USA, or about us, our plans, and
yeah.
etc. We're here to reply.
Uh,
You also have donation from Jean Claude. He wishes happy birthday.
oh, thank you. Thank you a lot. I appreciate this support. And yeah, it's wonderful when people, yeah, Americans are very supportive people. That's what I feel from my life experience. It's not something somebody told me, somebody through rumors. I feel this like I'm here living for free in house of my American friends, Steven and Heather. And I'm receiving huge donations and they're supportive, Americans.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think people in overall in Europe they're also quite supportive. Like Jean Claude,
Yeah,
he's from France, if I'm not making a mistake. It's my patron, so I'm sending him patrons. He's from France, and
yeah,
he's also amazing. And in Europe, like I also have some supporters. I think in Western countries, it's more common, to be more welcome and more kind and also kind of supportive culture because in Russia everybody no one has money there so everybody's
yeah.
just for themselves but in other countries like they try to help others. I really want to, I hope I also do like I do some voluntary job like
Hmm.
to help some kids that I don't talk much about this so I really hope I will be able to do more in the future to kind of return everything who is helping me like to return it to other people in need, you know kind
Yeah,
of you help me like I help other and this person
yeah.
gonna help other and other.
It's wonderful.
Recently my friend gave me such an interesting thought. He was like I'm helping you, I'm not waiting anything in return, but I really hope and that one day you're gonna help somebody who needs it,
Yeah.
and I think it's powerful.
I saw the messages for you from
Okay.
Bill. I will ask you, like, from Bill's voice, like, what is Dari's favorite Catalonian meal? Hmm?
Okay, so I'm like, um, Catal- let me
Catalonian
see
meal.
in the internet what they have.
Hmm.
So, I mean, Catalonian food is more or less similar to like in general Spanish food, and probably Catalan's gonna kill me now. But it's
Mm.
more or less similar. What I like here, and it's not very common in Russia. Well, it's so simple. You know how we eat like breakfast? It's usually maybe butterbrot with cheese or ham,
Yeah,
right? Well,
yes,
here it's
yeah.
a bit different. So you take a bread, you burn it a little bit, then you put tomato, you smash
Hmm.
tomato in the bread, you put
Yeah.
some olive oil, and then you put hamon or some other ham there,
Wow,
and
it
it's a
sounds
typical breakfast.
delicious.
Oh my god, Alex, I'm horrible. I'm eating it every single day. I know I want to get so tired of it, so I wouldn't miss it for years because I know where I'm gonna move out. It's there will be no such food, so I'm like I'm gonna eat this every single day, so I hate it for years, and I wouldn't miss it.
Yes. Then another question, and I need to find Dari, do you speak Spanish? Is this question from Mark Bramlett? Yeah.
Uh, Habla español un poco.
Poco?
Okay, yeah, I speak a little bit. I'm more
Yeah.
understanding. My Spanish was better 2 years ago because when the pandemic started, I I was studying it like myself at home. I
Hmm.
have two certificates, like my B1. I was A2 or B1 level. I don't remember already, and I did it myself. And I have Spanish friends, so we've been practicing with speaking. But then I started working for marketing agency for American department, and because with USA we had time differences, I was finishing at 11 p.m. Then I was going to gym and then returning back home at 1 a.m. I stopped
Yeah.
studying it. So honestly speaking,
Okay.
when I came back to Spain 2 months ago, I started studying it again.
Hmm.
But I get bored, I get tired. So right now I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna chill. I'm not going to force myself speaking Spanish and trying this. And then maybe when I'm, in more stable place, without moving every few months somewhere, hopefully it's gonna be in September. I will
Yeah.
be calm and I will start studying it again.
It is cool, especially to know Spanish, especially if you have plans to stay there, to study there. And there was a question from Idel, from Artyom. Dari, how to compare level of uneasiness of Basque country in Spain with, for example, Tatarstan uneasiness compare in Russia? I don't know this word in English. Maybe you can find question from Aida. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, Artyom.
Um, who was this? Because I
It was
didn't really.
Idel. Idel. It was a little bit further. I just don't understand even question because I don't know how to like about nationalities and regions. I don't know this pretty well. Yes.
Okay. So how to compare level of uniqueness of Basque
Uniqueness.
country? Yeah, I think it was a mistake. Uniqueness of Basque country in Spain with, for example, Tatarstan uniqueness compared to Russia. Well, for me, it's more or less similar, but at the same time, no. The
Yeah.
food is kind of similar to Spain. So, Alex, you probably don't know Basque country. It's a region in the north of Spain.
Yes.
The unique thing, they have their own unique language, and it's one of the oldest language in the world. And many people say that this from this language other European languages appeared. So that's
Wow,
why
it's
it's
nice.
huge. Like, and all people are super proud about their language. They also have some food. They have special food. So tapas, it's like a small dish, like starter kind
Hmm.
of, and they
Yeah.
have their own tapas. It's bread, and usually there is octopus or something on this. I've been eating this 3 days when I was there every single meal because in all places there is just this kind of. It's called niches or not niches, niches, something like this. Um, and it's so good. And also, when you're traveling in Spain, it's
Hmm.
kind of not dry, but a little bit, yes, especially in Catalonia and south of Spain.
Yeah.
When you're in this country, I had a feeling that I'm in Ireland. It looked much more like an Ireland than Spain.
Yeah, and you're right that I didn't. I've heard something Basque, but of course I don't know this region well, and because my mind was more about America, and channel is
Mhm.
named My English World, not Spanish.
Yeah.
But it's always interesting to find other regions, like to because the world is huge and so many interesting people you can find, so many interesting like wow, it is wonderful. Like it's
Yeah.
really, really cool. And that's why, yeah. Let's try to find other questions. There
Mhm.
was, mhm. There
There
was
is a question
question
for you, actually.
for me.
Have you gone to Rodeo yet?
Rodia, yes.
Rodeo.
I went to the Rodia. I even did a video about this. Like I did already 2 live streams and one video. Check it out. I mean, like it was so cool. And we were preparing. I want to show you because I received this. Maybe it's time to change my.
Oh, that's so cool. You should have buried it since the beginning.
Yes,
Okay,
it
it
is.
looks amazing.
And these wonderful boots. Yes, I.
Wow, that's so fancy. They're
It's very
amazing.
fancy. Yeah, because this, if we are talking about culture, there was Cavender's store where we bought this, me and Steven, and Heather and Bill gave donations, James, a lot of people helped. And yes, I choose this. You can see these patterns. It looks really gorgeous. I mean, I love it. I really love
It's
it.
amazing. I would love to have the same. They look wow, so fancy. You're
Very
lucky one
fancy.
married.
Okay, I will sit in this hat now.
Yeah, you should. You should. I like
Because it is Texas.
it.
Yeah. And there was question to you. I I forget, I cannot find this question, but this question was about, do you have plans to visit UK again?
I've been 5 times in the UK. So for
What?
now, no.
Five
It's my
times?
favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite country.
How it's possible? It's expensive.
It's very expensive, and my mom really wanted to visit it. So when we've been there, when I was like 10 years ago, first time, it
Yeah,
wasn't that expensive as it right now because of time money differences. Because I think we've been before the Crimea crisis, so
yeah.
the money difference wasn't so bad. It was
Hmm.
super expensive. I mean, we live totally on budget, literally the
Yeah,
cheapest hotel, the
yeah,
cheapest booking, not hostel but hotel. We've been living there, so uh, we didn't like we didn't do much. I mean, we explored a lot, but not go restaurants like the cheapest places. And then I went to study for 2 weeks because I didn't
yeah.
know English until my last year at school. And I had an agreement with my parents that I'm gonna save all money for my birthday and etc.
Hmm.
They're gonna send me for 2 weeks. Um, to London because I really wanted to learn English. And the
Yeah.
2 weeks, it was the minimum amount, and it's the maximum that my parents could afford. We didn't have money for anything else, and we've been saving
I
for
can
1 year.
imagine. I can imagine. It's kind of.
Yeah,
For me, even to like to go to every time in my mind is still working to go to UK, to go to America, even if I'm right now in America. Like, I
hmm,
know how expensive it is. I didn't like it's. I'm just lucky that I have found Eagles. You can be Eagle in our channel because membership it is like wonderful. And yes, I'm just lucky. Just lucky because
yeah.
somebody in our live chat said that in America is anything is possible. And I want to say, by using this opportunity, I want to tell special thank you to our moderators. You're wonderful. Thank you for your support
Thanks,
because you're
guys.
helping a lot. Like Lauren Lane, Lisa Marshall, um, uh, Reem, Amir, thank you all of you for your support. You like great guys and girls. Yeah.
I also saw one question to me.
Hmm.
Dari, do you have many family members left back home? How are you doing being far away from them? Well, none of my family members left Russia. Most of these people, they don't know English and they don't have money, so they can't go anywhere. But I'm the
Yeah.
only one from my family members who left. And yeah, of course, I miss my dog a lot. My baby boy,
Yeah.
like he's super old, like I'm not able to take him anywhere. But I'm actually returning every 6 months back to
Yeah.
Russia for now. But this summer, then I will be for 1 year outside of Russia.
And for me, since it's like you decided like um, how supportive. Okay, I will not ask this question. Okay, sorry, I changed my mind. Sorry. What is the name of your dog? What is the name of your dog?
His name is Lucky.
Lucky. Wow, he's lucky.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, it's cool. It's cool name because I never had own dog, and I'm more, to be honest, cat person. Like
Okay.
I love cats, and but I respect dogs. Like
Okay. I'm the
it,
opposite. I respect cats. totally nice, but I'm 1000% dog person.
We are the like
Alex,
opposites.
I'm missing my dog so much. I'm taking pictures of every Weimaraner I see on the streets. I think people are thinking that I'm taking picture of men, but
Yeah.
I'm taking picture of dogs, of their dogs.
And yeah, it will be kind of strange if you're doing video photo. I think that I will probably think that you're doing photo of a dog because
Yeah.
it's kind of
So
when
it can be
yeah.
fun, but yeah, I'm returning back to Russia, so I'm alright. I can't
Hmm.
say I miss my family like super much because we're still in touch. And
Hmm.
again, I'm returning back to Russia because I think for men it's much more
Yeah.
dangerous right now to be in Russia than for women. But
Yes,
since I work
completely
for
agree with
Ukrainian
you.
project, I can go to jail up to 10 years in Russia. It's
Yeah.
a little bit unpleasant, let's be honest. Very little bit, actually, big time unpleasant, but it is what it is. So I just hope I'm not end up in jail. That's all.
Everything will, I hope everything will be good for you. And I personally don't like returning to Russia. For me, it means like
Yeah,
I will be killed, prisoned, everything like you can count.
yeah. You shouldn't like
That's
newsflash.
why I don't
Like
have
shouldn't.
plans like at all, like in future. Of course,
But what about your parents? Like how they feel that you moved to USA?
I'm orphan. I don't have pets,
Ah,
and that's why
oh, okay.
like
I'm so sorry. I didn't know about
I'm
this.
lucky. Like, no, I cannot tell that like it is a childhood trauma something. When I was teenager, I already go through this many times, and that's why I'm like 31 years old. I can talk, I can laugh about it, I can
Mhm,
joke about this because I can afford this because I grow this
mhm,
everything because my mother was yeah, she was broken in some way, and I didn't
mhm.
know her father. Like that's okay for me to talk about. I was
Yeah.
living 3 times in foster families. Yeah,
Wow. I think it
strange.
may be super tough to live in foster families in Russia. I can only imagine, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it was fun, tough and fun, challenging. I mean, yes, but it is what it is. Yeah, but I
Yeah, I'm
have
sorry,
friends,
and I hope you'll be
families.
happy.
Yeah, I have friends, families, parts of my families in Russia. Some of them accepting my opinions, majority not, and that's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Sense. I think, especially like what's going on with the media right now in Russia. Like for
Yeah.
many people, it's difficult to realize that it's wrong. So yeah, Russia is tough.
Yeah, Russia is tough. A special example. I will I will tell this moment that I don't like. I said this before that I don't like to talk about Russia, especially like it's too toxic. But I want to tell you, I'm not understanding anyway like what is happening right now, why they do this when in far east of Russia you can find a lot of people who is orphans and they're waiting because as orphan you government must give you apartments or something like this, but you can
Mhm.
find huge line of people who is waiting these apartments for years or houses, and because of bureaucracy corruption it is not happening, but they're spending billions of or Russian rubles on war, which people don't need, and that's why
Well,
it's
let's be
tough.
honest. Our
Yeah,
politicians don't really care on people.
yeah, they
That's why.
don't care. They don't care because I know a lot of people who is like waiting these lines for years. I know like gays, lesbians who is hiding in Russia their identity, and that's so terrible. Okay, it was quite a depressing note.
A little bit,
Yes, it
but
was depressing. Yes, yeah,
anyways, let's maybe check out some other questions and talk about something positive.
yeah,
Otherwise, we will
something
make people
something more
cry.
positive.
Yeah, not on your birthday.
Yes, not today. And I want to show you one toy. Can I show you toy?
Okay.
Because that's what present which I received yesterday. I want to show this in the future video. Maybe. because it is very positive. Maybe you love fantasies.
Oh, it's like
Uh,
from Lord of Thrones.
the Lord, how's the Lord of the Rings.
Go
Yeah,
Rings. How it's called? Lord of Rings. Lord.
yeah. You can see how cool this story is, and
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
these details. I never saw such toys in my life. I mean, like, it is insanely cool. I mean,
Yeah,
wow.
that's amazing.
Like that.
Congratulations. That's such a great present.
Yeah, I love it. It has own place, like
Really,
on.
I should watch Lord of Rings. It's been a while since I watched last time.
You, my recommendation for you because I like to watch this to rewatch. Did you watch this in Russian or in English?
In Russian language. I watched in Russia like many years ago, but I
Yeah.
don't remember in which language I watched.
Oh, wow, because I'm studying English only 3 years and I
Hmm.
watched only in Russian. I want to rewatch this in English, and for me it
Hmm.
will be quite interesting because these days I'm kind of lazy, like with English, to be honest.
It's
And
all
there
right.
was,
We
yeah,
all have this moment, so
yeah.
it's totally okay.
There was question for you,
Hmm.
and it is kind of personal question, but I
Okay.
don't. But anyway, I will ask this. Somebody asking you, Dari, do you have a boyfriend?
Diary doesn't talk about her personal life on YouTube.
Yeah, it's good that you say this because yeah, don't talk about yeah something like personal. Don't ask this
Yeah,
because
because I
yeah,
read the show quite a lot and I want to keep something to myself. I don't talk about
yeah.
my family and about my personal life.
Yeah, for me, I can understand you because sometimes people asking a lot of questions which you don't want to talk about. But personally, I can say about myself, I don't have any relationships, me personally,
Mhm.
because I'm thinking more about my life right now. I mean, about things which I need to do, like English as second language. I want to drive car in future and stuff like this. My problems and basic life. So that's what I'm thinking more. And yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, it's totally okay that you share about this. Like, I understand,
Maybe,
but honestly, I
uh,
get these questions every week on my Instagram and in
yeah,
every my live stream. But yeah, I don't like sharing. Like, people
I
are too
can,
curious. Like, everything I share, I think it's enough what I show on YouTube because I'm being quite honest. What's going
yeah,
on with my struggles? I'm not the same with some happy
yeah.
moments, but there is something I would like to keep just to myself. To keep it.
And it's important to respect, of course, your
Thank
territory. And we respect our eagles, our subscribers, very respectful. And I was thinking about this. I'm more. No, it's not about openness. I'm talking about this. Maybe it's easier for me as a guy also talk about this. Maybe because that's why, like. But I don't know. Is it correct, right, to talk about this? But um, I don't care usually. I like
Okay.
okay. And I want in future if I will have boyfriends, I want to have these open relationships like for YouTube. It will be
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me
yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah.
No, I mean, if it's like super serious and I would
Yeah.
be ready to get married, maybe I'm gonna
Yeah.
share him on my YouTube channel. Maybe
Yes.
this time. But until it's getting close to marriage, I'm not showing anything.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And yes, there was other questions. Maybe you can find some questions.
Yeah, I've
Uh,
seen like many questions. Let me check it out.
mhm. And for me, to be honest, like I'm looking how people moving from like Russians moving to other countries, like to different countries. And for me, it's always interesting to listen their experience. Like you was in Georgia, example. You was in Turkey. You was in Spanish right now. You are in Spanish right now. And like which country? I mean where you can feel more comfortable if
Right.
we Logical.
1000%
I
safe.
knew this. So why I knew this? Because like, but why
I
it's
feel like
faster
I'm
than?
very comfortable in Western Europe, like I'm
Yeah.
westernized. In Turkey, I get unnecessary attention from men, like it's not normal. I didn't feel super comfortable. I didn't feel super safe. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, Barcelona, it has its own disadvantages because there is like pickpockets that they stole bags or phones, like it's a big problem here.
Yeah.
But overall, Turkey, like especially with their current politics, no. Georgia, it was nice to be there
Mm-hmm.
sometime, but again, I don't see it because I see myself in a big city with lots of opportunities. I don't. There are opportunities in Tbilisi, but in general, it's not my place.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I left after 4 months. I don't miss it. Like I felt like I did everything I needed to do there. Like mentally, like I live there, so it's nice. In Dubai, it's so expensive. It's more expensive than actually USA.
Yeah.
And but on the other hand, there is kind of very strange escort culture because they felt I'm a prostitute twice, and
What?
in the most unexpected ways. You're gonna be shocked. Good that you're sitting. I went for a run in my family district, and the car stopped, and they were thinking I'm prostitute. No makeup,
Whoa.
sport, and not shorts. Like I mean, real sports costume, like with a t-shirt, like normal one. Mm, and they felt I'm a prostitute.
Oh
I
my
felt
God. How?
scary and horrified. Then I went to Starbucks in 1 week, and I was returned back home with a book and with the coffee in my hands. And
Yeah.
again, they thought I'm a prostitute because I'm blonde or whatever.
Wow. Wow. It
So
is.
it never happened in any country, like never any country. So it wasn't pleasant, and you can't survive without a car there
Mhm.
anyhow. So that's why, and it's much more problematical to find a
Yeah.
job that you will be able to survive on than in the USA.
And
So that's
here,
why,
yeah, here also questions was to how man's respectful to women or not in
where
Spain, in Spain, where you are right
super
now.
respectful, super
Yeah.
respect everybody, every man I'm meeting, super respectful.
Hmm.
Much more in Georgia or Turkey. I'm not saying
Yeah.
anything. I'm sorry if some Turkish subscribers are watching me, but no. Like
Yeah.
here,
It
much
can
more like
be. Yeah. It's noticeable. You can feel this vibe and the cultural like
yeah,
atmosphere. Like,
yes,
yeah.
exactly. Here, women are being very respectful.
Hmm.
It's also very safe for gay community here,
Yeah.
and overall, I feel super comfortable and incredibly happy
Hmm.
here. And I'm very sad that I need to move out, but they're
Yeah.
gonna be new beginnings. You know,
Yeah, it
you
will be.
start
And
somewhere.
there was another question from Sam Smith Q. He gave donation $500. I'm reading his question. Daria, how many languages do you speak? How long have you been studying English? Hmm?
Okay, I've been studying English for the last 6 years and 7 years
Oh,
probably. In my last year at school, I decided
yeah,
that I need to change my life.
yeah,
I don't want to stay in my Medvedkovo district in Russia, and I want more than
yeah,
just live in some Soviet blocks. And I need English for that. I dream to study abroad, and you know that in Russia, studying abroad it seemed impossible. It's either
yeah,
you're super rich, super smart, or probably
yeah.
both. So I
And
said, okay, I will do my best. And my family, they couldn't afford me going immediately somewhere to study, and I failed final exams a little bit. But before
mhm,
that, I started studying English, and I had 1 year from zero to
mhm,
graduate from school. We had YEGA, it's final exams, and I didn't sleep every third night during 1 year. Every third night, I didn't sleep. Right now, I wouldn't be able to do so, but I had a very, very high motivation to learn English. I wanted to live. I didn't want to live the way my family were living, and I knew that the only way is English will give me such opportunities, and I
yeah.
wasn't.
And
But yeah, I
English is
studied
very
English.
important. Yeah.
Then I've been studying German, but I wasn't a big fan. It's not my language. I was studying in Austria, so I was able to speak a little bit German, but I had a horrible teacher in my university in
Yeah.
Russia. absolutely
Mhm.
horrible. She killed every my little desire to study it. So I now forgot all German because my brain, it was such a bad memories with this teacher. She was
Mhm.
completely, let's be honest. And my brain, I think it just want to protect me from these memories. So I forgot every single German. I don't even know how to talk right now. And before that, I was more or less able to speak or whatever. So, and I know Spanish a little bit, but just a little bit. I will do better. I know I will
Yeah,
do. Once
I'm
I'm
sure
more stable with
you
this, I
have
will
this
do
in
it.
your character, something that you can handle this. So that's giving vibe that you can do this. So like, I'm sure that it is just a matter of time, consistent. I'm sure that you can feel this in you. Like, can I tell, say like this woman power or like just power? But
Thank you so much.
I feel this from you definitely. And then
Yeah, yeah,
another
yeah. I mean,
question.
everything
Yeah.
is possible. Everything
Yeah,
is possible.
and then another question from another YouTuber, Artyom Idel. He's asked how people feel. Dari, how many no, no, no. Sorry. How people feel talking in English in Spain? Like,
Hmm. People don't really talk English in Spain.
mm,
Young people, yes, but for example, in the north of Spain, most young people they spoke English. In
yeah.
Barcelona, by the way, not many people speak English.
Hmm.
In Madrid, I don't remember because I was with my Spanish friend and they talk all the time. I was just okay, whatever. So I think they similar to Russia. Actually, they have problems with English education
Hmm.
because they just every year they learn some present simple, past simple, like they don't practice much. So not many people speak English here, unfortunately.
Yeah, and here was a message about you from Anna Maria. You, yes, you're adventurous, Dari. Yes, you're adventurous. I'm the same. I love to travel and learn new things. Yeah, it's complimented. I completely agree with you because I'm moving from one country to another despite these difficulties for like you are doing this and you are doing this wonderful and of course it is great, it's really
It's
great.
nice, but it's honestly tiring. Like I would like to have some
Hmm.
stabilities. The funny thing before the war, I dreamed to be digital nomad, to live in different countries every few
Yeah.
months, to move out all the time. But when you were forced to do that, and
It's not.
especially
Yeah.
legal difficulties because just because of your nationality and doesn't matter who you are and whom you're helping, it doesn't matter just because of your passport everything is decided by you, for you.
Yeah,
And
it's
when you've
difficult.
been in like forcing like that, it's getting tough, like it's getting tiring because I don't know, I kind of really want to start building my life somewhere. um I hope in September to the place that I'm moving, I'm gonna stay for a few years.
Yeah.
Like find it set up, to have a circle of friends in the same location. Because right now, all my friends completely different parts of the world. My Greek friend is coming to visit me in next week.
Oh,
We
it's so
haven't met her
wonderful.
for 1 year, yeah. So it would be great to be finally in one place without. I mean, for sure, every month I'm gonna travel because this is who I am. This is already a habit that I can't change. Like I'm a
Yeah.
traveler. I consider myself a travel journalist. But I want to be. I want to have a home base.
Hmm.
And so right now it's like it's cool, kinda. But
Is
I want.
you just tired, exhausted again, like
Yeah.
because I'm introvert. For me,
Mhm.
always going outside and communication, it is taking so much energy. And
Mhm.
I have this question. I probably didn't ask this. Do you who are you? I mean, introvert or extrovert in this situation? Yeah,
Okay, so it depends. I
it
feel
depends.
like I'm more extrovert,
Yeah,
but because I'm getting so tired
yeah.
recently with so many jobs and etc., I'm already kind of becoming an introvert because I'm just getting tired. That's all. I consider myself like people give me energy. Usually
Yeah.
after my live streams, I have so much energy. Like I want to
Okay.
create, like I want to do something. And after talking to interesting people, but it also depends in your surroundings. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when I talk to not my people, if we can say so, I'm getting tired. They're taking my energy. And
Yeah.
I work in marketing with people for a few years. Trust me, you start hating people a lot. So I think when I was working in a marketing agency, I became introvert and didn't want to talk to people at all. But right now,
Yeah, I can imagine.
I have my great community of my wonderful subscribers, and also YouTube community, because we in Russia we know each other because we have such small English speaking English making YouTube videos in English language while you're Russian. We have
Mm-hmm.
such small community, so we know each other. And all
Yeah.
people are amazing. So when I'm in this community with my friends, with some great entrepreneurs with whom who building some great projects, and I'm kind of participating with them in certain ways, it gives me so much energy. So I think it's
Yeah.
very important in your surroundings, to reply to your question. I see myself more extrovert, but
Mm-hmm.
when I was working in marketing agency, totally not my place, I became introvert.
Yeah, it is cool that you try like trying to adopt even, and of course I can imagine that you just need sometimes personal time to
Yeah.
recharge and to go again. It doesn't mean that you will be forever introvert again, and close yourself and and
Yeah, yeah,
what you
you're right. I think it's
yeah
definitely depends on who you are with. When
yeah
you're with the right people, you're kind of becoming extrovert. But I, to be honest, I need my personal space. I need to be alone sometimes. Like I
yeah.
can't be all the time with people.
Yes, I can imagine this. That for me, same in a lot of ways. Like same, completely. I can close my like, but sometimes you need to do with your life, and you don't have choice. Like example, to go outside of your comfort zone. Like sometimes, you have situations in your life when you don't have choice. You need to go from your
Yeah.
country and to start new life because you just it is life. And yeah, I think that we need maybe to have final questions and
Mhm.
from people. And yes, I hope that people will ask you questions because you're guest today, and I want to know a little more, like a little bit from about you also, because I'm every time when watching your videos, I said this before, I like quality. I'm not
Mhm.
person if you look at my English World channel, I was doing video reactions at the beginning
Yeah.
because it was the opportunity for me to study English. It's
Mhm.
I never paid money for courses. I wasn't going outside abroad to pay people for universities, etc. And right now I'm only now starting try
Mhm.
to do something good quality, and that's why your videos they're inspiring me. Natasha's
Thank you
videos
so much.
from they also helping Zach from Russia, etc. Like Roman, and so your videos one of them cool, very cool.
Thank you so much. Really
Yeah.
appreciate your kind words. And there was also a question for me slash you. It's,
Mhm.
does Dari have tips for Alex on handling hot summers? I'm suck in handling hot summers. I'm very bad with hot weather. And when I've been in Istanbul last summer, I had a sunstroke and I ended up in hospital. So I
Oh.
thought I need some tips.
Yes, for me, I think that's the most important. That's why I love Houston here. Its temperature is unbelievable, humid. But
Mhm.
everywhere people have air conditioner. I mean, doesn't matter where you will go. Always I have water with me, even right now, but I'm inside. Try to
Mhm.
eat more ice creams outside. It is good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But how can you survive in Houston without a car?
I don't know. Somehow I'm working a lot. Sometimes I'm because I don't have car. I mean, I'm exhausted pretty fast. But that's why I want to have right now bike or maybe e-bike and to walk around with. At this moment, sometimes it's difficult. And when it was
Mhm.
summer or winter, it was not so hot. Right now it is more hot. I mean,
Yeah, I think
I
in
will,
summer in Texas it can be pretty hot.
yes, yes, it is. It is humid. I believe it will be humid. It will be, especially after Siberia, far east of Russia. It will be. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. There was another question.
Yeah.
Daria, are you able to move around European Union with visa you got? Yes, I have a multiple Schengen visa, so I'm able to visit different countries. So yeah, this one, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and at this moment, so for you, is it difficult Spain temperature of Spain like at this moment? Ooh,
Right now it's perfect. It's
yeah.
23 degrees Celsius. So I don't know how much in Fahrenheit. Let me
Hmm.
23 in F.
It's like 50, maybe
It's
plus
like
10.
74
Oh,
approximately. So it's very nice weather. Not super hot, warm. It's getting hot at all. Um, I know it's gonna be tough in July and August. It's gonna
mhm.
be super hot here. All locals are going out of the city during such time.
Yeah, I probably will if I will have opportunity try to go to when it will to Spain when I will have such opportunity when it's not so hot because
Yeah.
yeah. But which place in Houston to? Oh, no, sorry, Houston in Texas. Again, Texas, Houston. My mind about I'm becoming more American.
Yeah.
In Spain, which place you like most of all, like region? Because if I am correct, you were traveling some already
Yeah,
place.
I've been visiting North. I
Yeah,
visited Madrid and surroundings, and I
yeah,
visited Barcelona and Ibiza, the island. I like both Barcelona and Madrid,
yeah,
but I feel like right now I'm more going to like Barcelona more because there is sea and mountains around. While
yeah,
in Madrid, it's similar to Moscow. There is no nature around, so I kind of like it right now more.
yeah. It's
And
cool.
by the way, Alex, I think we should congratulate you because you just hit 8,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel.
Seriously, I did it already
Yes, it's a birthday
3 times.
present. Congratulations.
To be honest, I did this already 3 times. I hit and I lost. Over this,
Okay.
this was for during this
Mhm.
month. I like hit, lost. Yes, but
It
thank you,
happens. It happens.
thank you. We did this again.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
There was a question for you. Does Houston have a good bus system?
Not like people here in America, this another cultural differences, relying on cars. In
Yeah, I'm sure.
Houston, you like in America, in Houston especially, a lot of parking space, a lot of everything for car drivers. That's why my dream. That's what I'm thinking about in future. When I will have opportunity, I will start probably on September to study how to drive car, to receive driver
Mhm.
license, and to like explore Houston better and America better with car because it is
Yeah,
American
sure.
style. Yes, but
Yeah,
it's
I
cool.
think in USA you can't fit a car. From what I've seen in Dubai, and I was told that in USA it's similar, it's incredibly problematic and close to impossible sometimes. But Dubai is worse. My friend, she lived in New York and also in Missouri, and she said, okay, bus system in USA is even better than in Dubai.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
In
and
Russia, we have a
yeah.
tradition when you say something and then you do this, it means you're telling the truth. So now
Ah,
you can be sure I'm not lying to you.
and you, how's the name? Sneezed in English. Sneezed.
Yes, yeah.
You did this so polite.
Niece,
I mean,
niece. Oh my god, I'm bad with this.
no, you did this great. I mean, polite. I mean, I'm usually like if I'm doing everything like flying away. And yes, I think that it is a perfect time to say maybe some conclusion because
Yeah.
we already more than 1 hour and 30 minutes like this. And
Mhm.
at first, I want to tell you, thank you a lot. You're a wonderful person. I love your channel. I love the quality of your videos and your desire to improve yourself, to study in magis, like to improve education, to study languages, to travel, and your job, what you are doing, like trying to help Ukrainians, if I'm correct. It is
Yeah.
really, really cool. I love everything what you're doing, and thank you for deciding to be with us today. Yes.
No, thank you so much for inviting. I really enjoy talking to you, and maybe in the future we can do again live stream sometime.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, thank you to our moderators, to our community, and what we should say to each other. See you next time. Bye bye.
Yes, yes. Maybe we're gonna see each other in USA. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Or maybe in Spain is like, who
But I
knows?
moved
Yeah.
out from Spain, unfortunately. So,
Yeah. Anyway, thank you a lot and bye bye.
okay. Thank you for inviting. Bye bye. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. I enjoyed the stream. Have a good
Yeah.
one. Bye bye.
Oh, now we need to find out how to finish this. Oh, I found.